The Extreme Wrestling, XCW, bring it back to Extreme. XCW, 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 XCW.
Well, welcome everyone to BattleBox 7, XCW signature event. I'm Matt Avery, the voice of XCW, and I'm joined here by XCW's brand new play-by-play announcer, Matt Shannon. And Matt, why don't you tell everybody what's going to be happening tonight in the rules of BattleBox?
Well, tonight at BattleBox, we start off with the big 16-man battle royal. The first 4 eliminated go into the barbed wire match. The next 4 go into the tables match. The next 4 go into the ladder match. And then the last 4 stay in the ring for the big kendo stick match. And the winner of those 4 matches go into the steel cage of death. And the winner of that match gets a shot at the XCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Currently held by Jared Steele of the True Life Players. But even that title's on the line tonight as he takes on the legend, Action Jackson. So let's take it right now to Mad Max and Moeller.
Okay, Max, it's time for the biggest show in professional wrestling of the year, XCW's very own BattleBox 7.
It's not just the biggest show of the year, it is the show of the year for professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's right.
How are we going to start this thing off, Mo?
Well, first of all, we're going to have us a 16-man battle royal. The first 4 men over the top ropes are going into that crazy barbed wire match.
Not only will it be crazy, but it'll be insane. Anything goes in the barbed wire match. I mean, thumbtacks, light tubes, you name it. It just, I don't know why they call it a barbed wire match, but the first guy to get a pinfall moves on to the main event.
That's right. Then the second 4 men over the top rope, they go into that tables match. And man, are those things brutal.
Tables, it's an elimination style. You want to move on, you got to make sure all your opponents go through one.
After that, the next 4 men, they go into the ladder match.
Ladders, we're going to hang like a big briefcase from the middle of the ring. And the guy that gets to it first and carry it out of the ring is your winner and moves on to the main event.
That's right. I don't know if I'd call it a big briefcase, but it is a briefcase nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, the next 4 men that go over the top rope, they're going into that Singapore cane match. They're going to get whipped like they stole something.
Let's hope so, because we're going to start with 2 kendo sticks and 4 guys on the outside of the ring, and they got to race to get to them. The first 2 get to them, they're loaded and dangerous.
That's right. After that, the 4 men that won all 4 of those matches, they go into the cage of death.
They're going to bring a weapon from each one of the matches that they won, and it's 4 men enter, 1 man leaves. BattleBox champion and #1 contender. It is a crown that only few have held, and it's the most prestigious thing in XCW.
That's right. Let's go ahead and take it back to...
Whoa. You notice that somebody's missing?
Oh, that's right. I thought it smelled a lot better around here.
Yeah, it looks like Q Rogue may run Scott Phoenix out of the ring, but Mad Max and Mole ran him out of the business.
That's 2 down. Who's next?
Well, we do have a new kid, Crikey.
Yeah, I see him. It's the Crocodile Hunter.
Let's send it back to Matt Avery and Steve Irwin.
Crikey.
What is that all about? Why pick on me?
You're the one dressed like the Crocodile Hunter. You know, we got more important things to talk about. We're about to... Hey, all right, here we go. You see right there? It's time to get to Extreme. We're here. This is a 16-man battle royal where 16 of the best in XCW are going to come out, and they're going to kill each other. It's going to be a great thing. There he is. TLP.
Well represented, my least favorite group here in XCW. Kit Carson and Hugh Rowe proudly representing Moody's Mob. Larry, how do you say that guy's name?
Cucumber.
That's not what it says here on the sheet. Well, I'll find out later. I'm just going to call him Larry.
What I want to know is who this mystery participant is. You know, we haven't announced the 16th guy. I want to find out who this is.
Well, we're about to find out here in just a minute. Now we see Jack Drastic, Gemini, Ricky Jackson, Sid Murder all making their way to the ring. Dave the Rave, Jacob Ladder.
Dave the Rave, man, we haven't seen him around XCW in a while. I thought he was on the shelf with a broken neck.
Wait a second.
Well, look here. It's my former broadcast partner.
Apparently he's the mystery entrant. Now we see Red Dog. Well, there's one person missing. We haven't seen Necro Butcher show up yet. I guess we're about to find out what happened to Necro.
Hold on, because the surprises ain't over yet. Unfortunately, we are missing one guy out here. Unfortunately, I got the bad news that the Necro Butcher, due to travel problems, could not be here tonight.
Homeland Security.
The company did everything it could.
You said it, not me.
Unfortunately, it just wasn't going to happen. So I picked up the phone and took it upon myself to do a little something about it. I'm out here as a surprise. I went back to the XCW retirement home, and I call a buddy of mine to
Wait
make
a
this
second.
a complete BattleBox Battle Royal.
Oh my, it's Drunk Adam. The last time we saw him, it was at Naughty or Nice when he lost to Hugh Rogue in the loser leaves XCW match.
Well, that's what Phoenix said. Now, the first 4 guys out in this going to the barbed wire match. The second 4, you remember what they do now? You remember, newbie?
The second 4 going to the tables match. And, hey, wait a second. Scott Phoenix just eliminated himself. And wait a second. Now Hugh is eliminating himself. I think I get what's going on here. Scott Phoenix and Hugh Rogue have a big score to settle. Now Drunk Adam eliminates himself. Certainly no love lost between Drunk Adam and Hugh Rogue.
And Dave the Rave?
What the heck is he thinking?
He's not thinking. You know, there's a lot of history between the other 3 guys. They all hate each other, but Dave the Rave may have just signed his death warrant.
And now we get underway with this Battle Royal. Everybody going to work on each other. Red Dog peppering Scott McKenzie with lefts and rights. And now Jacob Ladder trying to eliminate Kid Carson. Kid Carson with a nice scientific move there, poking Jack Drastic right in the eyes.
Hey, it's very effective, and that's one thing about Kid Carson. He is effective. You know what? If you want to scientifically wrestle Kid Carson, you can do it. That's not what this is about. This is about throwing the next guy over the top rope and finding out who goes where.
Well, Gemini trying to throw Simons over the top rope, but Simons not budging. Meanwhile, Brett Barnes slams Reckless Ricky Jackson head first into that turnbuckle. Well, this one's getting out of control in a hurry. This is very hard to keep track of.
Well, you know, the toughest thing about a Battle Royal is there's no way you can watch your back.
Yeah, it's every man for himself. No friends in this match. No love lost there between Scott McKenzie and Jack Drastic. Meanwhile, Gemini going to, or is that Sid Murder rather, going to work on Larry Kanyang. And now Scott McKenzie and Jack Drastic both have been eliminated. They're going into the tables match.
Big clothesline by Drastic.
And now Al Jackson's been eliminated by Kid Carson.
So for the table so far, we've got Drastic, we've got Scotty Mack, we got Al Jackson.
And now we got Kid Carson.
Whoa.
That will be a very interesting match for sure.
2 former XCW heavyweight champions, 2 former TNT champions.
And now the next 4 will be going into the ladders match. Red Dog chopping away at the competition here at XCW.
Hey, who's the Indian guy in the ring? With the big mohawk.
Looks like Jacob Ladder. Now Larry Kanyunga's been eliminated.
Larry who?
Kanyunga. That's what it says on my sheet. Now Brett Barnes clotheslining Gemini over the top rope. So now we got Larry and Gemini in the ladder match. Now it looked like Ladder was going to eliminate Brett Barnes there, but elected to slam him into the turnbuckle. I guess he wanted to wear him out. Oh, Ladder tried to clothesline Brett Barnes, but Barnes was ready for him.
Tonto going over the top.
Now Brett, oh. Overhead, belly to belly. Red Dog eliminating Brett Barnes to the outside. Let's look at that.
This. Oh, God.
Brett Barnes' back could have gone out. Now here we go. We got our kendo stick match. Gregory Simons, Red Dog, Reckless Ricky Jackson, and Sid Murder.
there you have it. The matches have been signed and the competitors have been named.
And the first match of the evening, Max, somebody's getting her head knocked in.
Absolutely. Red Dog, Greg Simons, Sid Murder, and Ricky Jackson armed with kendo sticks?
That's right, this is the Singapore cane match. Let's go ahead and take it back to the in-ring action.
Gregory Simons, without a friend in the world, as he's going up against three of the biggest fan favorites here in XCW.
Yeah, but you know what? We'll see how long that lasts as soon as the sticks get handed out here. There's only 2 of them, you notice.
That's right, only 2. So the first 2 to get them can use them. Oh, Sid's got one, and Gregory's trying to get the other one. But that won't matter now. Sid going to work on him. Sid taking away. Now Sid's got both kendo sticks. Oh, right over the shoulder of Gregory Simons. Now Sid choking away with the kendo stick.
You notice the other 2 guys just standing around. This isn't a one-on-one match. This is every man for himself.
Well, there you mentioned earlier a human pinata match. Oh, that just goes to show there are no friends in this match as Ricky Jackson goes to work on Sid Murder.
Well, I tell you what, he may be a fan favorite these days. There's a lot of bad blood between Ricky Jackson and Sid Murder.
Now, Ricky Jackson, he's got both kendo sticks. He tossed it to Red Dog, but Red Dog says, no way, Jose. So we see
tossing anything to Red Dog. Maybe a bone.
Ricky Jackson drawing the proverbial line in the sand. He wants, for whatever reason, he wants to go at it with Red Dog. Oh, that was a mistake. Red Dog spearing Ricky Jackson into the corner. Let's look at that on the replay.
See, that's just stupid of Ricky Jackson. Why not go ahead and just bust Red Dog with the stick instead of watching him? Oh, my God.
It looks like Simons is getting busted open with the stick. Oh, Simons is out of it. Simons just collapsing to the floor.
Look at the swelling on the side of his head. Oh, he's busted open.
Wearing the proverbial crimson mask. Oh, Simons tried to duck, but did him no good as Red Dog got him over the back with that kendo stick. Simons now on the outside. I don't think he knows where he is. And Red Dog.
Look at Sid Murder, man.
Knock Sid right into next week.
I'm no fan of Red Dog, but I tell you what, anybody lays into Sid Murder like that's all right with me. And Larry the Cable Guy taking a beating in the corner.
So that's your nickname. That's your little nickname for Ricky Jackson. Red Dog spears Ricky again. Oh, this could be, do it, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Sid breaks it up. Now Sid's got the kendo stick. Oh, he tried to hit Red Dog with it, but it had no effect.
My 8-year-old hits harder than that.
Sid again trying to hit Red Dog with the kendo stick. Oh, now Sid's trying to get out. Oh, that slap hit Sid harder than that
Look
kendo
at Sid. Sid's looking for his mom.
Look at Gregory. A face only a mother could love. Red Dog standing alone in the ring. Ricky Jackson going to the outside.
You see right here, why aren't they working together to take Red Dog down? I don't understand. Everybody's scared of big, bad Red Dog. Look at that.
Well, Red Dog is one of the top athletes here at XCW. Ricky Jackson's got a chair. Oh, he takes Gregory out.
That just goes to show you something about redneck Ricky Jackson there. He's taking a chair to Greg Simons. The guy's busted open. He's no threat to him. He's staying far away from Red Dog, though.
Oh, can you blame him? Now Ricky Jackson hitting a modified Michinoku driver on Gregory Simons. Oh, he's setting that chair up.
He's setting it up for the get her done.
Or as some people like to call it, looks like the triple jump moonsault. Can he land it? Oh, he got all of it. Oh, but Red Dog caught him with an overhead belly to belly. This could do it, 1, 2, and 3, it's over.
Man.
Red Dog advancing to the steel cage of death. Later on tonight, So we look at it on the replay. Ricky Jackson hit Gregory Simons with the triple jump moonsault, but Red Dog waiting right there for him, gets him with the overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and just like that, it's over. And now Red Dog showing some sportsmanship to Sid Murder.
I'd shake that guy's hand too. I didn't want him beating the crap out of me like Sid Murder just had hand to him. Red Dog's moving on to the cage though. He's one of the 4 that's going for the big prize.
Oh, what a match we just saw there. Totally out of control. Red Dog taking everybody out with the kendo sticks, certainly proving that there are no friends here at BattleBox.
If I'm Greg Simons, I'm filing assault charges because that was a 3-on-1 beating, but nonetheless, Red Dog moves on to the finals.
Well, not much that Gregory Simons can do about it, but let's send it back to Mad Max and Mole for the next match.
Speaking of guys without friends.
Yeah, those two dorks look lonely.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's provide these people some entertainment because we know those 2 slackers can't do it.
That's right. Next up, we have that ladder match. When 4 men, one of them is going to climb up that ladder and get that briefcase high in the sky.
Absolutely. We got Larry, get a yum.
Just quit, Max. Just
What?
Stop.
All right, well, he's coming out with Miguel Espinoza.
Once
De La
again,
Cruz,
Max.
Gonzalez.
Max. You failed Spanish. You failed Spanish.
Man, I was in Spanish for 4 years in high school.
And you failed. We're not talking about them anyway.
I thought we were bagging on that other kid.
That's right.
All right, well, I hear that Miguel's got Larry a new workout program to prepare him for BattleBox 7.
If I had Miguel as a personal trainer, I don't want him.
It's Miguel Simmons, man. Have you seen him lately? He's got the sweatbands. He's ready to go. He's got Larry in condition, ready to roll.
That very well may be. But anyway, I digress.
Well, next up we have Brett Barnes coming out, the stripper man, but I think it's going to take more than his pretty looks and his fancy dancing to climb that ladder to get that box out of the sky.
You're right. He probably needs to lay all those guys down so he can get up to that briefcase.
I think he's going to have to lay them down just to get to the first step. Either way, he's with the Players Club, and you know how they like to roll in packs.
That's true. Who's next?
Gemini with the G4 Super Kick. The man's got some ups. He can jump to the 3rd rung on that ladder without even blinking an eye.
That's true, and I think last but not least, we have Jacob Ladder.
How could Jacob Ladder end up being in a ladder match?
I think it just was coincidence, if you ask me, but it doesn't matter because he can win it.
Well, he's going to have to call on his father if he plans on going past those 3 guys.
You may be right, Max. You may be right. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get it on with this ladder match.
Well, let's send it back to Matt Avery and the kid that I passed in high school, or at least did my tests, Matt Shannon.
All right, it's time for the big ladder match here at XCW BattleBox 7. And as you can see right there, an exact replica of the briefcase that the 4 men will be going for in this ladder match. As making his way to the ring is Larry Kanyunga. Only took me a few minutes to finally figure out how to pronounce his name.
Larry, definitely one of the top talents here at XCW, with Miguel Hernandez, whatever his name is.
Let's just call him Miguel.
I call him the Mexican Richard Simmons.
Well, be that as it may, Larry choosing not to go it alone here in this match, as he has Miguel outside to watch his back, as it were.
Yeah, I'm sure he washes his back, too.
Larry Kanyunga from BattleBox to become a champion.
He's been sweating to the oldies. I thought Larry was like, I thought he was into the tamales. I guess I was wrong. Nonetheless, though, he's got his work cut out for him because this is going to be quite a match. And this stuff here.
What is this? Just what on earth is this?
It's Miguel's fitness program that's got Larry in the tip-top shape that he's in.
Well, I don't know how much that's going to help getting ready for the ladder match. Well, we may see our own little ladder match right here.
Miguel's setting it up, and, you know, that's the whole point. Now, that ladder's going to be used in ways the ladder was never meant to be used, I can promise you. But the goal is to climb to the top and pull down the briefcase that holds the ticket to the steel cage of death.
Now, Avery, I have to apologize. I know I'm supposed to be an unbiased broadcast journalist, but I cannot stand the TLP, and I especially can't stand guys like Brett Barnes.
Well, yeah, I imagine you couldn't. You know, Brett Barnes, good-looking guy, a lot of women. You, not so good-looking, no women.
Let's not go there, please.
The TLP's where it's at. Whether you like him or whether you don't, you gotta respect him. You got Brett Barnes, man. There's a $1 million body right there. Great wrestler. You got Scotty McKenzie, man, the greatest young talent in all of wrestling today. You got Gregory Simons, who, when he recovers from the assault he suffered in the last match, he'll be back on top. And of course, you get the mind, the original player, Lance Romance.
Well, I won't deny that the TLP has great talent, but their attitudes just plain out suck.
Oh, suck. Speaking of sucking, here's a guy that sucks right here.
So what's your beef with Gemini? What did he ever do to you?
He didn't do anything to me. He's smarter than that.
So why do you hate him? What's your beef with him?
Look at the guy. Here's a guy that's honestly, without a doubt, one of the finest athletes you'll see. But he's so busy playing up and dancing for the fans. He's a sellout, man. I got no respect for the guy at all.
Oh, Larry trying to start this match early before Jacob Ladder hits to the ring. Gemini drop kicked that ladder right into Larry Kanyunga. Now our final participant in this match making his way to the ring.
The Mohawk native. I knew he was a Mohawk. Mohawk Indian.
Gemini tosses his t-shirt into the crowd. Some lucky fan.
Some lucky fan. Knowing Gemini, that thing hadn't been washed.
I'll tell him you said that. I'll get him on your case faster than... Never mind.
Stick to the business at hand, Matt Shannon.
Oh, Brett Barnes, a bit hesitant to get into the ring. This match is underway. Gemini going to work on Larry Kanyunga. Oh, what a hard chop.
I'll tell you what, these four guys have got quite a legacy to fulfill, because BattleBox is famous for some of the most awesome ladder matches that the sport of wrestling's ever seen.
Oh, shot below the belt from Gemini to Larry. It's Jacob Ladder setting that ladder up into the corner. Looks like he's gonna try to suplex Brett Barnes into this ladder.
Oh my Lord.
He didn't quite get all of it, but just enough. Probably did some damage to the leg of Brett Barnes.
The leg, everybody dropped him on his head. It's a good thing Brett Barnes doesn't have a neck.
Meanwhile, Gemini to work on Larry Kanyunga in the corner. Now Ladder. Oh, Gemini whips Larry Kanyunga right into the ladder. Meanwhile, Jacob Ladder going to work on Brett Barnes.
You know, this is such a dangerous match. People have no idea. You know, everybody thinks of it being a real, you know, you climbing to the top and falling off. I mean, I've seen two guys get dropped on their head here.
Very dangerous match indeed. It's Jacob Ladder daring Brett Barnes to get back up. And now Brett Barnes going to work on Jacob Ladder on the, the Ladder's got him. Overhead, belly to belly suplex right in the ladder.
Once again, it's a good thing Brett Barnes is the highly conditioned athlete that he is, or he'd be careflighted out of here.
Oh, an ordinary man, they'd be in the hospital already. Oh, Jacob Ladder tried to whip Larry Kanyunga into that ladder, but Larry stopped in his tracks. And now Jacob Ladder face first into the ladder. Boy, that's a tongue twister for you. There we see it on the replay.
Your ladder's a whole lot better looking now, though.
Be that that as it may, Gemini whipped into the ropes, taken down with a nice drop kick by Brett Barnes.
A nice drop kick. That's the best drop kick you'll see in professional wrestling right there.
Now Brett Barnes trying to set up that ladder, but I don't think he's gonna have too much luck with it, seeing how it's all broken down. Oh, Gemini takes Brett Barnes out with a drop kick of his own, and Brett Barnes going to the outside.
But send somebody to the hardware store for another ladder.
As Larry takes Jacob Ladder down with a nice vertical suplex. Now Gemini has that broken ladder. Oh! Rams Larry with that ladder face first. Holy moly!
That's a deadly weapon. Look at it. You know the edges of that thing. They're like, it's like throwing a razor blade to somebody's face.
And Miguel looking on, concerned about his good friend Larry Kanyunga. Gemini tried jumping up for that briefcase. Meanwhile, Jacob Ladder is trying to bring another ladder into the ring. Wait a minute. Oh, holy moly, Larry Kanyunga leg drops the ladder right into Jacob Ladder's face. How many times are we going to say ladder in this match? I mean, we got Jacob Ladder wrestling in this match. We got ladders all over the place. It's out of control.
Gemini trying to climb up now.
Gemini trying to go for that briefcase.
Oh, he almost had it.
Oh, but Larry going to try to take him down with the power bomb.
Oh, he broke him in half.
Now Jacob Ladder busted wide open. Now Larry and Brett Barnes. Oh, Brett Barnes is going to try to climb for it. Larry got, oh my God, I'm blind. Oh, I can't see.
It's a full moon.
Brett Barnes gets knocked into the ropes off the ladder.
Barnes like he didn't lose an ear there.
Gemini going to work on Brett Barnes in the corner. Oh, what a nice spin kick. Jacob Ladder taking Larry out with a nice flying clothesline. Nice splash by Gemini.
These guys are destroying each other. I love it.
Of course you do. Uh-oh. Gemini setting. Looks like he's going to try to set all three men up for something pretty drastic here. All three men are down. Oh, he's setting that ladder on top of him. He's pointing up to the sky. That can only mean one thing. See, he goes up top. He looks like he's gonna go for his signature moonsault. Oh, he got him, and Brett Barnes rolled out of the way just in time. Looks like Gemini got the worst of that. We see it on the replay.
Brett Barnes escaped just in time, and now Barnes, the only guy probably going to be able to get to his feet at this point.
Well, now Brett Barnes looks like he's going to go up top for a high-risk maneuver of his own. Well, it looks like he was calling for the 450. But Larry's getting up. I don't know what he's going to go for here. Oh, double axe handle. Now Brett Barnes trying to go to work on Jacob Ladder. But Ladder takes him down with a spine buster on the ladder.
You know, Brett tried to get that leg down and blocked it. It looked like he may have damaged his knee on that one, too.
Which is that's a very important thing to remember. And Brett Barnes has to keep that knee in good condition to be able to climb that ladder.
You know, as much as I love all the violence, the bottom line is somebody's got to climb that ladder and get that briefcase down. This match will not be over until that takes place.
We could be here all night at this rate. We could be here till 2 in the morning.
Larry should send his buddy out there to get it. Oh, ladder blocked it.
Larry Kanyunga tried to go for a Hurricane Rana, but Jacob Ladder blocked it, like you said. Oh, this does not look good for Larry Kanyunga.
Big tornado DDT on that ladder. Gemini's still trying to get the broken ladder to stand up.
I don't think that's gonna work, buddy. He might as well just use that ladder as a weapon. Gemini just throws that ladder down. Picking Jacob ladder up, throwing him to the outside.
You know, for a guy as dumb as Gemini, this is really a good move here, getting everybody out of the ring, but then, just as I say that, he brings somebody back in. There you go.
He tosses
Now you got a chance. If you can set that ladder up, you got a chance to get up there, get that briefcase, and move on.
That looks like what Gemini's gonna try to do. Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. This could be interesting.
Oh, good grief.
Cartwheel, he springboard over the top rope. Here, we'll see it on the replay. Again, Brett Barnes gets out of the way just in the nick of time.
Tell you what, you won't see that move anywhere other than XCW, I promise you that. Oh!
Now, Gemini and Brett Barnes going to work on each other. That's, holy moly, vertical suplex on the hard concrete floor. We're about to see that on the instant replay here.
Oh, right on the lower back.
Keep in mind, there are no mats outside.
It's solid concrete.
They have no give whatsoever. Well, now Brett Barnes going up top once again.
Yeah, this may be a mistake here because it looked to me like Barnes had an opportunity to climb that ladder at that point.
Looks like Barnes is going to go for the 450 now. Oh, but Jacob Ladder gets out of the way. And that ladder falls over the knee of Brett Barnes. That could be very crucial in this match.
That's the same knee. That's the same knee twisted earlier when he tried to block that slam.
Brett Barnes could be in all sorts of trouble if he tries to climb that ladder. If his knee gives out on him. All four of these men, they are just tearing each other up. So one of these guys could wind up in the hospital after this is over.
They could all wind up in the hospital.
Jacob Ladder going to work on Brett Barnes in the corner. Meanwhile, Gemini setting that ladder up. Looks like he's setting it up to go for the briefcase. That's exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, Larry Kanyunga's trying to hold on to his feet, trying to keep him from climbing the ladder. But Gemini kicking away. Oh, Gemini, he could have the briefcase here.
Look, he's reaching for it. Oh, he just not quite able to reach it.
Kicks Larry away from him. Gemini almost there. Oh, he's got him. Oh, the briefcase fell.
Brett Barnes has it, that's right.
He stole it.
He didn't stole it.
He stole the briefcase.
He found it.
Gemini had the match won, and Brett Barnes didn't even make an effort to climb the ladder. He just went up there, he just stole it. Oh, this makes me sick.
That, my friends, is intelligence at its highest point there. Brett Barnes.
That's highway robbery, that's what it was.
That was great.
Brett Barnes stole it, come on.
You know what? The goal of that match is to reach up, get it, and take possession of it. Gemini knocked it down, and Brett Barnes took possession of it. Brett Barnes moving on to the finals.
Well, next up, it's going to be the big tables match. Let's send it over to Mad Max and Mole for more.
Well, little Matthew thinks he can ignore us.
That little midget thinks he can just listen to us through his headphones and not pay attention? Well, I got something for you, you little...
Hey, just let's go ahead and talk about the match right now. We'll deal with him later.
All right. The tables match is an elimination match, and you got four guys, four of the biggest stars in XCW. You got Kit Carson, the Death Valley Demon.
You've also got the total player, Scott McKenzie.
You got Al Jackson, the HNRC.
And of course, we've got Mr. Super Fantastic, Jack Drastic.
Now let me give you my pick for this match. It's not gonna be Scott McKenzie and Jack, because I think they hate each other too much to pay attention to what they're doing.
For once, Max, you're right. What I think, man, these guys are gonna end up beating each other up. They're gonna forget about the other two men in the ring, and that could lead to trouble.
Absolutely. And Al Jackson hasn't seen a ring and, well, let's see, he got served 1 to 5, and he made
Max, you can't even add. Anyway, the point is, Al Jackson's probably been doing a whole lot of training in the pen.
All I hear is that they eat and lift weights in there.
Max, I hear they do a lot of weird things in the pen, but that's neither here nor there.
You got a pick for this match? Because my pick is Kit Carson.
I'm not sure I have a pick for this match, but I do know the winner could go on to be the new BattleBox champion. And if that happens, we're going to have a new sheriff in town, Max.
Well, speaking of sheriffs, let's send it back to Sheriff Avery and his deputy, Barney 5 Shannon.
Barney 5. What is up with that?
I was checking to see if you had a bullet in your pocket there. Or you just glad to see me. Hey!
Well, be that as it may, it's time for the big tables match. It's going to be Jack Drastic versus Scott McKenzie versus Kit Carson versus Al Jackson. Because now Kit Carson's about to make his way to the ring. Now keep in mind, Kit Carson managed by Steve Mooney, who at one time was Al Jackson's manager.
At one time he was indeed, but now he's moved on to a guy who he can count on. Al Jackson, you know what, Al Jackson, former champion, but Al Jackson not the most dependable guy in XCW. Kit Carson's a veteran, he's been there, done that. He's beat everybody who's anybody in this sport. And he's a former XCW heavyweight champion.
Kit Carson certainly showing his confidence going into this match. Kit Carson, he has it in his mind that he's going to win this match. That's a very important mindset to have.
Well, the way to win this match is to put everybody else through a table. The last guy standing that hasn't been put through a table is your winner, and they'll go on and they'll join Red Dog and Bam Bam Brett Barnes in that final in that steel cage.
Should have been Gemini going and advancing in that match.
But he didn't get the job done, so it's Brett Barnes.
Well, be that as it may, Kit Carson awaiting the next opponent to come into this match. We see Danny Franks is going to have the privilege, as it were, of keeping order in this one. Here we go again.
All right.
Like I said, I try to be unbiased.
Spit it out.
I try to be unbiased, but I just can't. I cannot stand the TLP, and I especially cannot stand sellouts. Like, well,
how can you not like that? Look at that. You've got the beautiful Nicole. You've got Scotty McKenzie, Scotty Mack, the finest young wrestler in XCW, all headed up by the original player himself. What's not to love about the True Life Players?
Well, with Nicole, there's two good things about the TLP, if you know what I mean.
And you're looking at two of them right there, Scotty Mack and Nicole. By the way, I'm going to tell Scotty Mack you've been keeping a little too close of an eye on Nicole. He's not going to like that much.
Well, be that as it may, keep in mind, Scott McKenzie and Jack Drastic are in this match, and certainly no love lost between those two as they have been just going at each other's throats for the longest time here at XCW. Former friends, now bitter enemies.
Well, you know what? Scott McKenzie, young guy, he just finally had enough of Jack Drastic. Nobody likes Jack Drastic. Nobody likes him.
These fans like him.
I don't think these fans even like him. But they like this guy too, so that doesn't say a whole lot for their intelligence.
Why badmouth the fans like this? They're the ones that pay our bills. They're the reason
they pay our bill. You kidding me, right? It's our sponsors that pay my bill. These idiots here, man, they just show up every week. If there's a way to do it without them, I'd try. I had to get a restraining order against half of them anyway.
Be that as it may, Al Jackson with some words telling Scott McKenzie and Kit Carson that they're going to be going through those tables.
But Scott McKenzie doesn't speak Ebonics, so I'm not sure he can understand Al.
Al Jackson now making his way into the ring as we await our final participant to make his way to the ring. That, of course, being Jack Drastic. Your favorite wrestler here at XCW.
Well, you talking about useless.
You know, you want me to get Jack Drastic on your case, too?
Dude, I am not afraid of Jack Drastic, trust me.
You know, I'd like to see that match myself. Jack Drastic versus Matt Avery.
It'd be a real short match at the end of Jack Drastic's career. He better focus on the guys that are in the ring with him, because Scotty Mack will turn his lights out. Kit Carson will turn his lights out. You know what? His buddy Al Jackson will drop him like a dirty shirt if he gets a chance. Nobody likes this guy.
Certainly no friends here in the tables match. Only enemies. Every man for himself here at BattleBox. This crowd gives a standing ovation to the one and only Jack Drastic.
What's this? They're all holding up 2 fingers. Is that the sign of the last grade they completed?
Good Lord.
Or how many teeth they've got.
I think I got to work with you
You know what?
every week.
There's no telling how many people are here tonight, and yet I bet you can't find 10 of them that have all their teeth in a pair of shoes.
Good gravy. Jack Drastic's going into the crowd, showing his love for the fans. And you certainly showing no love for these fans.
You know, I've been out there amongst them a couple times. I had a head cold, couldn't smell anything. It wasn't as bad.
What do these fans ever do to you? What is your problem with them?
Look at them. Just look at them. And they cheer guys like Jack Drastic. I'll never understand.
Or at least they have good taste. Now all 4 men entering the ring. Danny Frank signals for the bell, and here we go. Kit Carson going to work with Al Jackson, and immediately Jack Drastic and Scott McKenzie going to work on each other. Like we said, no love lost between these two.
Well, all these guys, both sets of these guys, they both hate each other. They all hate each other.
Oh, double drop kicks taking Kit Carson and Scott McKenzie both to the outside. Now Jack Drastic springboards over the top rope, punching away at Scott McKenzie. These men fighting on the outside of the ring. Oh, head first into the steel post. Now all 4 men are outside of the ring.
You gotta watch yourself outside the ring. It's like an Addams Family reunion out there.
Al Jackson and Kit Carson exchanging hard slaps and chops. Now Kit Carson slamming Al Jackson face first into that table, trying to soften him up. Oh, and now Kit Carson going to work on Al Jackson's eye. I think it's safe to say there won't be much catch-as-catch-can wrestling in this match.
No, because, you know, the Kid Carson could do that better than anybody, but the goal, as I told you earlier and explained to you in depth, is to put your guy through the table. The last guy standing that has been put through the table is the winner. So all the wrestling stuff goes out the window in this match.
I don't think this match has been in the ring for even a minute yet. The majority of this match is taking place on the outside.
Let me ask you this, where are the tables?
Outside, so
there you go.
There you go. Now Al Jackson going to work on Scott McKenzie, while Kit Carson has his hands full with Jack Drastic. Now Drastic scooping Carson up. Oh, he tried to slam him through that table, but Carson blocked it. Oh, slams him face first into that table. Meanwhile, Scott McKenzie tried to pick Al Jackson up for a pile driver, but got slammed to the hard concrete floor for his efforts.
Well, I'll tell you what, falling on this floor, I'll take it out of anybody. We don't have the big pads that some people do. It's nothing but a hard concrete floor out there. There's Kit showing off for the ladies.
And the ladies going blind, like I did earlier in that ladder match. Now Drastic over Kit Carson. Nice German suplex. Oh, come on. Nicole, who has no business in this match, slapping Al Jackson right in the face.
She looks a little upset tonight. I think she's on to you, Matt Shannon. She knows you've been ogling her.
No, she's probably upset that she has to hang with the likes of Scott McKenzie. That's probably what she's upset about.
Believe me, that's her choice. And that's something that your hero can't stand.
She's upset she can't be with me. Meanwhile, Scott McKenzie asking everybody to clear out of the way. See, whips Al Jackson to those chairs. This one's turning into a piercing sprawl in a hurry. Now Kit Carson wearing Jack Drastic down with that single leg crab. Or was that a Texas Cloverleaf, rather?
Have you ever been on Pier 6? You ever seen a Pier 6 brawl?
Well, I've never been on Pier 6, but
Okay.
whatever.
Just wanted to clarify. Well, if Kid hits this, it's over with for your hero.
Oh, but
he rolled off.
rolled out of the way. Now Jack Drastic clubbing Kit Carson over the shoulder. Slams it face first into the table. Oh, what's Drastic's eyeing somebody here. Meanwhile, Kit Carson coming up behind him. Jack Drastic better turn around. Jack Drastic getting distracted with Steve Moody. Not very smart.
Well, Jack Drastic just trying to be a bully and intimidate Southside Steve Moody, who I can promise you is not scared of the likes of Jack Drastic.
Now Kit Carson climbing up that bar. Takes Drastic down with a nice cross body.
That's why Kid Carson can do it all. You want to fight, he'll fight. You want to wrestle, he'll out-wrestle you. You want to go hardcore, he's the man.
Got to give Kit Carson credit. He's been around this business for a long time. He's beaten the best. He's been in the ring with the best. He has just as good a chance as anybody in this match to win the tables match.
Tell you what, he's got as good a chance as anybody winning BattleBox. There we go. Lay it in there, Scotty Mac.
Scott McKenzie choking away at Jack Drastic. Now Al Jackson slams Kit Carson into the steel post. I don't think this match is ever going to wind up back in the ring because, you know, as you mentioned, the tables are outside. So unless the tables somehow wind up inside the ring, I don't think this match will ever get back inside. It's just totally out of control.
Here's the great thing about XCW. Every seat is a front row seat in XCW.
Now Jack Drastic has Scott McKenzie on that table. Oh, but McKenzie rolls off of it just in time. Kit Carson picking up Al Jackson. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Looks like he's gonna try to suplex him on those chairs. Meanwhile, Jack Drastic and Scott McKenzie going to work at each other, beating the you-know-what out of each other.
Oh!
Al Jackson's vertical suplex. Kit Carson over those chairs. Now Al Jackson has a steel chair, laying it on top of Carson. What a double stomp! Kit Carson's wind could have been knocked out of him right there. And if that double stomp didn't knock the wind out of him, that chop certainly will. So Al Jackson slamming Kit Carson across the table. And now Al Jackson going to work on Kit Carson's eyes. A little payback for earlier in this match.
And see, Scotty Mac took Jack Drastic in the ring for you since you were complaining about not being in the ring. There's your buddy Drastic taking him right back outside.
It wasn't a complaint, it was just an observation. Just trying to analyze the match here. Al Jackson rolls Kit Carson into the ring. Drastic scoops him up. Nice scoop slam.
Yeah, Drastic's good at taking care of business after somebody else has already done all the work.
Drastic whipping Carson into the ropes. Looks down. Oh, Carson tried to drop kick Al Jackson outside the ring. It looked like couldn't quite get all of it. Looked like his legs might have given out on him. Oh, the crowd chanting, "We want tables." That is the object of this match. Put your opponent through the table.
This guy, 300 pounds. Oh, God.
Nice frog splash by Al Jackson. Here we can see it on the replay.
Good night. That guy's he's got the best hops in XCW. It's amazing how high that guy jumps. But didn't do him any good because you still got to put Kid through a table.
Well, now Jack Drastic bringing that table into the ring. Meanwhile, Scott McKenzie working away on Al Jackson in the corner. Now throws him outside the ring. Now McKenzie going up top. This could be dangerous. Oh, takes Al Jackson down outside the ring. Oh, McKenzie may have hurt himself as well.
Looks like he hurt a knee. That's not a good sign.
Oh, Kit Carson taking out the trash, so to speak, all over Al Jackson.
These fans will never notice. It just reminds me of their living room floor.
Good Lord. Meanwhile, Kit Carson wondering what to do. Jack Drastic going to work on Kit Carson, now going to work on Scott McKenzie. Now he's picking up Al Jackson. Looked like he was talking strategy over with Al Jackson, telling him to go after Kit there, but Kit's getting the better of Al Jackson. Uh-oh. We could have our first elimination of the match.
One can only hope.
Kit Carson has Al Jackson set up on that table. Oh, but Al Jackson got off the table just in time, but he's still on the receiving end of that double axe handle. As he's rolled back to that ring. Meanwhile, Jack Drastic or Scott McKenzie rather, setting up that table outside the ring. And inside the ring, Kit Carson takes Al Jackson down with a vertical suplex. Now Kit Carson has a steel chair. Kit Carson trying to figure out what to do here. Jack Drastic drop kicking Kit Carson back to the outside of the ring.
Looked like Carson and McKenzie working out a little strategy. Same thing here with Drastic and Al Jackson. I wouldn't turn my back on Al Jackson though.
Certainly not, as there are no friends at BattleBox, but looks like we're going to have a temporary alliance of sorts. Drastic throws Scott McKenzie into the ring. Meanwhile, Al Jackson takes Kit Carson down with the hard shoulder tackle. Oh, Jack Drastic laying the forearm into Scott McKenzie.
Good
grief. Al Jackson super kicking Kit Carson outside the ring. Nice back elbow by Jack Drastic, taking Scott McKenzie out. Scott McKenzie rolls onto the stage.
All four of these guys, they're starting to run on fumes a little bit. They're just about out of gas.
At this rate, they may just fall over onto the table instead of getting slammed onto them.
You got to go through the table. And it looks like, hopefully we'll see somebody go through. I'm hoping to see Jack Drastic go through maybe four.
Of course, you would hope that. Al Jackson setting that table up. It looks like Kit Carson could taste some wood here, as it were. Al Jackson has him set up. Nobody wants Jack Drastic to finish Carson off, it seems. Springboards off the top rope, and Kit Carson is eliminated from this match. Let's look at it on the replay.
Drastic measures.
Kit Carson through the table, courtesy of the drastic measures. Steve Moody not too happy about that, as his man is out of this match.
Courtesy of Al Jackson doing all the work and Jack Drastic jumping up to take the credit. Nothing new there.
And now Al Jackson taking more of the trash out as he taking out Steve Moody.
Oh, Moody be singing soprano now.
If his voice, I think his voice will be even higher than normal.
I'm not sure that's possible.
Now Scott McKenzie trying to set the table up outside the ring again. Looks like he's targeting Al Jackson now. He's got him set up on that table. Now what's McKenzie going for here?
McKenzie going, saying hello to all his fans, greeting them.
Oh, McKenzie climbing that bar. Is he crazy?
Oh, big elbow smash. Check this out.
Now Al Jackson has been eliminated. And you know what that means? We are now down to the final two of Scott McKenzie and Jack Drastic. Look at the stare down. Like we mentioned earlier, these two have been at each other's throats for the longest time here at XCW.
It's because Drastic's jealous of Scott McKenzie.
No, it's because McKenzie turned his back on him. Sellout.
No, it's because McKenzie got everything that Drastic used to have. Got his title, got his woman.
Now Drastic throwing the wrist tape at Scott McKenzie's total show of disrespect.
Next thing he'll be pulling off his panties and throwing them at Scott.
That's an image I do not want to picture in my head. Now McKenzie bringing a table into the ring.
You know, that's the thing. These guys are both so tired. It's been such a hard-fought match to this point that the first mistake, and it's over. First mistake somebody makes, it's going to be over.
Now McKenzie pulling the strap. Oh, pushing away at Drastic. Drastic. Well, here we go. Exchanging lefts and rights. Now Drastic getting the better of Scott McKenzie. But McKenzie whipping Drastic into the ropes. Nice leg lariat on the part of Scott McKenzie.
Well, congratulate Drastic. I saw him on Nick at Night the other night, TV Land, starring his cousin It in the Addams Family.
Why do you keep picking on poor Jack Drastic?
Poor Jack Drastic, that's exactly why. It's always about poor Jack Drastic. Well, poor Jack Drastic, if things turn out the way I want him to, is about to find himself put through a table and doing what he always does, going home and watching Scott McKenzie move on.
Oh, but it's McKenzie setting Drastic up on the table, but Drastic trying to fight back. Oh, McKenzie. Oh, he's going up top. This could do it for Drastic. I'm sure this will make you happy. Oh, but McKenzie goes through the table.
Uh-oh.
That should be the end of the match. Well, what? Oh, Danny Franks distracted by Nicole. Well, you know, really, I can't blame him.
Referee didn't see it.
Now, wait
Turn
a minute.
around, Drastic, turn around. There it is. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, McKenzie's gonna steal this one. This is not right.
All right.
Scott McKenzie stole one out from under Jack.
You
Wait
thought
a
you could cheat
second.
your way to the main event of the most violent show on the planet? Oh no. See, I've instructed the production team to play this tape because I knew about Plan B. Let me guess, Scott McKenzie goes through a table, Nicole jumps on the ring, and somebody ends up in the busted table, and Scott looks like the big winner. Am I a little close? Well, I've instructed security to set up a brand new table right here in front of this ring.
Do what?
And this tape will play over and over again until someone wins the right
Snap it
way.
to a Slim Jim.
The owner of XCW Night taking control. He knew what the TLP was up to, trying to steal this one. We're not going to have any of that, ladies.
Whatever happened to the referee's decision is final, except when it suits Knight to do something else. So Scott McKenzie ends up getting ripped off because Knight don't like Lance Romance.
Well, can you blame him? Lance Romance is a jerk.
That's not what you said the other night
What are you talking about?
when you were asking him for his autograph.
I was not asking him for his autograph. I was asking him to get the heck away from me. Uh-oh. Scott McKenzie could still win it, trying to...
It's some sort of jailhouse maneuver here. Jack Drastic trying to make something weird out of it.
I think he's trying to hold on to dear life to keep from going through that table. Scott McKenzie trying to German suplex him through the table outside the ring. But Drastic with some elbows to the side of McKenzie's head. And now Drastic looks like he's gonna...
Oh, no, no. Oh.
And justice is served, ladies and gentlemen.
Justice is served. Good grief. You were crying about Brett Barnes stealing the match. Knight stole that match right there, and Jack Drastic got something else handed to him. Look at this.
We're gonna see it on the replay here.
You know what? When the way they flipped over, looked like Drastic may have hit that table first.
From the angle I saw, it looked like McKenzie went through it first.
He should be disqualified.
You know, you're complaining about Knight stealing this one away from McKenzie. McKenzie tried to steal it away from Drastic first.
Drastic's never earned anything in his life. Everything he's ever had has been handed to him. Well, good for you, Jack Drastic. You get to go into the steel cage. We'll see if Red Dog and Bam Bam Brett Barnes hands you anything other than a butt kicking.
Al Jackson congratulating his friend Jack Drastic on a hard-fought victory in the big tables match.
Way to go, Jack. Way to go. Way to go, Jack. Good Lord. Shit.
And listen to the crowd giving their support to Jack Drastic.
Their support. They can't support themselves.
Be that as it may, Jack Drastic will be going on to the cage of death. But who will be joining him? Red Dog and Brett Barnes. We'll find out as we get ready for the big barbed wire match. Scott McKenzie tried to steal the tables match away from Jack Drastic there, but Knight saying, no way, Jose.
No way, Jose. And so Jack Drastic gets something else he didn't earn, like everything else around here. You know what? Lance Roman's not going to be happy about that. But Drastic's going to have to... Knight can't help him in that steel cage. I guarantee you that.
Well, be that as it may, we're about to get ready for the barbed wire match featuring Scott Phoenix, Drunk Adam, Dave the Rave, and Hugh Rogue. Let's send it on to Mad Max and Moeller.
Well, little midget Matthew didn't ignore us that time now, did he?
No, he didn't, Max. He's scared.
Oh, absolutely. And we're up on the next match. It's the most insane thing. It's the barbed wire match.
That's right, it's the barbed wire match. We've got Dave the Rave in this match. Dave the Rave's not really a hardcore guy, but man, he's stepped up to the plate. I don't know what he's thinking, but he wants some punishment, apparently.
Well, these four guys eliminated themselves in the Battle Royal and pretty much just voted themselves into it.
I don't know why anybody would ask for this, but, you know, whatever.
Well, I remember Dave the Rave on stage calling the other three guys out, saying, I'll see you later in the night. But he's got to step up against, well, to my dismay, the commentator Scott Phoenix returns to the ring.
I don't know why. Does he want to get beat up by Hugh Rogue? Hugh Rogue has been calling him out for weeks on end. Scott Phoenix hasn't done anything besides barely even talk over there.
Well, all he's done is put most of the people that listen to him asleep.
That's right.
Let's hope his wrestling's better than his play-by-play.
Speaking of that, we've got the the walking horrorcore Hugh Rogue.
Hugh Rogue will take out, I got my money on him, Scott Phoenix, and retire him once again for the 20th time in XCW.
Let's hope so. But hey,
let's just hope he doesn't go back to the play-by-play booth.
I hope he doesn't. But I tell you what, one guy that I do love, and man, we've been actually, Max, I've had a couple of beers. Drunk Adam, he's coming out of retirement just to do this, just to take the Necro Butcher's place.
Drunk Adam is one of the most resilient. He's one of the toughest guys, and he's last year's BattleBox champion.
That's right, he is last year's BattleBox champion, and like I said, he's taking the Necro Butcher's place. Word on the street is that Necro Butcher himself called Drunk Adam just to come, and somehow the people made it happen.
Well, Drunk Adam's out of retirement. He's left the home, but I don't think he's been in a ring in quite some time. You watched his retirement in Naughty or Nice when he did the 7 stages of violence with Hugh Rogue. There's a lot of heat built up here. We're gonna have to find out who's gonna prevail in the barbed wire match.
So let's take it back to those two morons.
Matt Avery and the kid who's right now out past his curfew, Matt Shannon.
Now that was just totally uncalled for. Why do they keep picking on me? I mean, what's the deal? This is not fair.
It's not fair. Speaking of not fair, you ever do something that you look back, well, of course you have. You always look back and regret. Your life's full of regrets, but I have a feeling Dave the Rave may be looking back at that decision he made to jump over the rope with some regret after this is all said and done.
Dave the Rave, certainly the underdog, as it were, here in the barbed wire match.
Dave the Rave with a body by National Geographic.
Dave the Rave certainly is going to have his hands full going up against the likes of Scott Phoenix, Drunk Adam, and Hugh Rogue.
I got to give Hugh Rogue the edge in this match, and I'll tell you why. He's an idiot right there, number one. Scott Phoenix has been sitting in your chair for the last year, and now he's going to be back out there. You know what? He didn't compete at all in that Battle Royal. This is going to be the first action Phoenix has had in a year. And look at some of this stuff out here. Good grief.
Holy.
And then Drunk Adam's been sucking down beers in the retirement home.
Holy moly, did you see those tables out there? The light tubes and the barbed wire?
Holy guacamole, Batman, I saw it. But I haven't heard this music in a while. Life was good, but looks like he's back.
Life's certainly going to be good for these fans here at XCW as Scott Phoenix, the hardcore kingpin himself, set to make his big awaited return here at XCW BattleBox 7.
What a retard. You know the best thing about Phoenix being back here at XCW is that he's not sitting next to me.
You know, I'll tell him you said that.
Tell him I said that. I could care less, man. Jeez.
You know, I'm going to get the whole roster on your case before the night is over.
They won't even let you in the back. What are you going to do, send them emails?
Well, be that as it may, we're just having lots of fun here at BattleBox tonight.
Look at Phoenix. He's eating it up. All these ham and eggers clapping. They're saying, Scott Phoenix, I cashed in my welfare check so I can buy a ticket to see you. Oh, I'm so excited.
Scott Phoenix.
We'll see how much he's enjoying when the master of horrorcore, hardcore Hugh Rogue, gets a hold of him.
Now notice Scott Phoenix didn't come alone to this match. He's got his trusty friend, the old steel chair.
It's a nice bowling shirt he's got on too.
We see that barbed wire set up in the ring as well.
Look at that. 2.
We await the arrival of Hugh Rogue and Drunk Adam. There's in-your-face action for
This
you.
pay-per-view is going to have to be rated M. It'll scare the crap out of any small child that watches this show.
As if the rest of the show hasn't scared him already. Well, Kid Carson didn't have much luck earlier in the tables match, so Steve Moody is hoping that his man, Hardcore Hugh Rogue, can come out the victor here in the barbed wire match.
Well, you know, Hugh Rogue says he's the master of horrorcore. He's like a walking horror movie, and I guarantee you, Scott Phoenix is going to be wishing he was back over here, calling it from the sideline, if you will, because he's not going to enjoy being there with Hugh Rogue, because Hugh Rogue, my friends, doesn't like Scott Phoenix. It's the thing we have in common.
But with that big pot belly, he sure does love the ice cream.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you, because I have Hugh right here on speed dial. I'll call him after the match and tell him that you think he has a pot belly. You know, then we'll have a new play-by-play commentator next time. Just hope it's not Scott Phoenix.
Hugh Rogue coming with both a steel chair with barbed wire wrapped around it and the barbed wire baseball bat.
Look at Dave the Rave.
Dave the Rave wondering.
He's thinking, what am I doing in here?
He's wondering what in the world did he get himself into. Dave the Rave looks like he may be the proverbial sacrificial lamb of this match.
And now making his way to the ring.
Now we haven't heard this music in quite some time.
You call this music?
I call it music. I happen to like a little punk music here now and then.
Speaking of little punks, there he is. Back to the retirement home, Drunk Adam. You can tell he's been in the gym.
Now keep in mind, there are no friends in this match, so it's going to be interesting to see if it comes down to Drunk Adam and Scott Phoenix in this match. They certainly won't hesitate, though.
You know what?
Into each other.
You know what? You I hate to bring you back to reality. Scott Phoenix been on the shelf for a year. Drunk Adam been over in the retirement home playing checkers and drinking beer. Neither one of these guys is a match for hardcore Hugh Rowe. I'm sorry to tell you. I hate to burst your bubble. Look at this.
Oh, they're setting those tables up. Looks like something the devil would come up with.
Special delivery.
How about we just call this the devil's bunk bed? Sounds good to me.
Yeah, maybe Ladder and his twin sister used to sleep on those as kids.
That had to be very, very many sleepless nights.
Look at Bling Bling, he's liking it. Bling Bling says he saw that at his house back in Como.
The crowd's certainly glad that Drunk Adam and Scott Phoenix are back. As this match is underway. Now Scott Phoenix and Dave the Rave going to work on each other. Meanwhile, Hugh Rogue and Drunk Adam going to work on each other. Like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
Going to work on each other. Hugh Rogue is beating Adam like he owns it. Oh!
Well, you know, it is baseball season, and Scott Phoenix swung for the fences there.
Dave the Rave. He already looks like he didn't know where he is. Of course, he started up the match that way. Look at that.
Looks like Drunk Adam trying to go for revenge on Hugh Rogue for what happened at Naughty or Nice. Meanwhile, in the ring, Scott...
Look at Phoenix, his back's already hurting him. I tried to tell him, dude. Stay over here in the broadcast booth where it's safe.
Hello. Needless to say, that's gotta hurt.
You know, here's the thing about Hugh Rogue. You made your comment about his pot belly. Let me tell you something. Hugh Rogue's about 325 pounds. Hugh Rogue has stood up with the biggest and baddest guys in this industry and traded chair shots with them and put them down first. You can't hurt this guy. And he has all kind of creative ways to hurt you, believe me.
Hugh Rogue, going for cardboard with barbed wire on it. Meanwhile, Scott Phoenix has barbed wire stuck on him, trying to get it off of himself. This match getting ugly in a hurry. Not that it was going to be pretty in the first place.
Oh, Dave the Rave laying it in on Phoenix, saying, welcome back.
Dave the Rave surprisingly holding his own here in the barbed wire match.
Hey, let me tell you something about Dave the Rave. Dave the Rave's a tough guy. He ain't the smartest guy out there, but he's tough.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Hugh Rogue.
He's tenderizing Drunk Adam.
Tenderizing him like a piece of meat with that barbed wire baseball bat. Now Dave the Rave gets slammed onto that barbed wire. In the ring, Hugh Rogue.
You know the great thing about XCW is when they pander the crowd like that, it's kind of like America's Most Wanted. You know, you get pictures of people that are probably convicted felons.
And one of them's in the ring, and his name is Hugh Rogue.
Never
looks like a convicted felon
Never
anyway.
Convicted.
Well, he looks like he could be a convicted felon.
Oh, Phoenix.
Dave the Rave sandwich with the side of Scott Phoenix coming up.
Oh, good grief.
And a side of elbow for good measure.
I think I just saw peanut butter coming out of Dave the Rave's backside.
Drunk Adam slammed on that barbed wire. Let's look at that on the replay.
Good Lord, that was almost like it turned into a pile driver.
1, 2, but Drunk Adam miraculously getting the shoulder up. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Scott Phoenix choking away on Dave the Rave with that barbed wire.
It's a good thing Adam has that Tupperware skeleton.
Phoenix picking Dave the Rave up. Dave the Rave's got that barbed wire wrapped around him. Meanwhile, Hugh Rogue's got a bucket of what on earth? Uh-oh. Those are thumbtacks, ladies and gentlemen.
Good Lord, how many thumbtacks is that? Let's count them all.
1, 2, and...
Send your guesses in to xcwonline.net or xcwprowrestling.com.
And the winner gets absolutely nothing.
The winner gets a date with Matt Shannon. Look at Adam, he's already lacerated.
Drunk Adam suplex on those thumbtacks. Hugh Rogue only getting a 2 count. I don't think you're going to beat Drunk Adam that way. Just a foot across the chest there. Got to cover him
Oh, look,
better than that.
Phoenix has that barbed wire caught in his hair. Oh!
And it looks like he'll have more of it caught in his hair.
Let me help you with that, Scott Phoenix.
Looks like he'll need a barber to help him out with that one.
Oh, knowing Phoenix, he's already put in a call to Vidal Sassoon to come help him out.
Meanwhile, Drunk Adam on the comeback trail takes Hugh Rogue down with the cross body onto the barbed wire, and Drunk Adam only gets a 2 count. Oh, Hugh Rogue may have some of that barbed wire caught in his hair.
Yeah, but you know, I've never had a conversation with Hugh Rogue where he's told me about all the conditioner he uses in his hair like Phoenix.
Oh, and Drunk Adam digging into Hugh Rogue's head with that barbed wire baseball bat, but Dave the Rave kicking Drunk Adam right in the head.
Adam's used to that. He grew up with that. That's why he was disciplined as a child. He was beaten with barbed wire and kicked in the face.
That must have been a very interesting upbringing. And Scott Phoenix he's lacerated himself. Bleeding all over the place.
He gashed him good.
I guess you could say Scott Phoenix and Drunk Adam are blood brothers, as it were. Dave the Rave slammed face first into that steel post. Oh, and now Dave the Rave will be singing soprano. He can join Steve Mooney in the Vienna Boys Choir. As we see on the replay, inside the ring, Drunk Adam suplexing Hugh Rogue onto that barbed wire. Now Drunk Adam going outside the ring.
You know, this is already out of hand, but I would expect no less from these 4 guys, I'm telling you. Dave the Rave's showing me a little something. I tell you what, he's taking a beating, but he's dishing it out, too.
Dave the Rave, certainly a big surprise here in the barbed wire match. He could very well win this match himself. I mean,
let's not get carried away.
But be that as it may.
If Dave the Rave doesn't die in this match, it'll be a victory for him.
A moral victory, as it were, as if there are any morals in XCW. Uh-oh. Scott Phoenix getting ready to choke slam Dave the Rave. Oh, but Dave the Rave blocked it with some forearm shots to the head of Scott Phoenix. Oh, but Phoenix takes him down with the big boot. Dave the Rave falls into that barbed wire.
Oh, and into that chair, too. Oh, my gosh, it didn't move. Dave the Rave could have broken his hip there.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Drunk Adam picking Hugh Rogue up. Some forearm shots to the head, whips him into the ropes. Drop kick onto Hugh Rogue, takes him down. Hello.
Look at Dave the Rave shaking it off.
That is 2 chair shots. Dave the Rave saying he wants more.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Scott Phoenix with a trifecta. Here we see it on the replay. That last one could have taken Dave the Rave totally out of it, as if he was into it to begin with.
Like I said, I got to give Dave the Rave a world of credit. He's still breathing.
We mentioned earlier, Dave the Rave was the underdog going into this match. Just the fact that he's still standing is a testament.
Well, this goes back a little bit in BattleBox history, which I can because I've been around forever. But I tell you what, Dave the Rave was in a match like this once before, and he ran away the whole time, and now he's standing there, and he's giving Scott Phoenix all he wants. He's taking it. Look at that.
Scott Phoenix digging that barbed wire into the mouth of Dave the Rave. That's not going to taste very good, needless to to say.
Oh. Now he's going to smell like the fans at ringside.
Oh, that's... Words cannot describe that, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Phoenix showing that in his spare time, he's a trash man by day, wrestler by night.
But Dave cuts him off there and kicks him right. Oh, yeah.
Dave the Rave showing some fight in this match, slamming that steel chair across the back of Scott Phoenix.
Kicked him right in Little Scott.
Meanwhile, Hugh Rogue slams Drunk Adam with that chair right across the back. Meanwhile, in the ring, Phoenix whips Dave the Rave to the ropes, takes him down with another big boot onto the thumbtacks.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
This is horror history right here. Oh, good.
Full cradle pile driver by Hugh Rogue. Meanwhile, in the ring, Scott Phoenix only gets a 2 count. We see on the replay, choke slams Dave the Rave onto the thumbtacks.
Look at this. Oh, man.
Dave the Rave sending Scott Phoenix into that barbed wire in the corner.
And he's caught him in that cat of 9 tails.
And now he's going for a DDT. Didn't quite get all of it, but Justin looked like Scott Phoenix tried to block it.
He did. He blocked it and he drove him down. And look at it. Dave the Rave is covered in thumbtacks.
Now Dave the Rave going up top. Uh-oh. Oh, but Hugh Rogue's got him. Oh, no.
Oh! Well, that's... Rest in peace.
Dave the Rave's got to be dead after that.
Dave the Rave. August 16th, 1971. He's dead. No, he's...
He's on life support.
No, I think he's still dead. You know, like a chicken head will move around after you rip its head off. I think that's what happened to Dave right there.
Somebody get some EMTs out here, please.
Now Hugh Rogue's getting what he's wanted all along. A little piece of Scott Phoenix. He's got him up there, that Death Valley driver. If he hits this, it is all over but the crying.
Death Valley driver onto the barbed wire. And Hugh Rogue picks up the victory. So in the cage of death, it will be Red Dog, Jack Drastic, Red Barnes, and Hugh Rogue. That's gonna be one ugly match. As if this match wasn't ugly.
Speaking of ugly, remind me to ask Phoenix if it was worth it. There's your winner right there. Although he doesn't look much like a winner at this point. I'll tell you what, that's still my pick right there. Because I guarantee you, I'll promise you something. Red Dog will not intimidate Hugh Rogue. There you go.
Now, come on.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hugh Rogue won the match. What did he need to do that for?
To prove a point.
He already proved his point. He won the match.
He just said, Scott Phoenix, who's your daddy? You know, I gotta give Phoenix some credit though. And that guy right there, Dave the Rave, that's a tough individual. But after a year off, Phoenix made a good showing, but not quite good enough because there's your winner going into the finals. Hardcore Hugh Rogue.
Hugh Rogue going into the cage of death. What an unbelievable match that was. Hugh Rogue coming out the victor in the barbed wire match. But my hat's off to Dave the Rave. Just the fact that he's still alive.
He's still breathing. And you can say the same for Scott Phoenix. And, you know, Scott Phoenix probably gonna be wanting this chair back, but if I have anything to do with it, it's not gonna happen. He did a good job, not good enough. I called it. Hugh Rogue going on to the cage And I can't wait to see Hugh Rogue get a piece of Jack Drastic and Red Dog and Bam Bam Brett Barnes. You know it's going to be wild. Right now, we're going to go to something awesome. The Rapid Fire 3-camera 3-play coming up.
And we're going to take a look at the Devil's bunk bed, what Dave the Rave went through earlier, courtesy of Hugh Rogue. As you see right there, those two tables with the light tubes and barbed wire. Here it is from one angle. Hugh Rogue slams Dave the Rave onto the Devil's bunk bed and just for good measure splashes on top of him. Here it is from yet another angle. As you see right there, Hugh Rogue adding insult to injury, splashing all of his weight across Dave the Rave as Dave the Rave goes through the Devil's bunk bed. Here it is in slow motion. You see Dave the Rave right there just laying across the light tubes and barbed wire. I'm sorry, words cannot do that justice.
It was beautiful. A thing of beauty.
Of course, you would love that.
I got to admit I do. Speaking of things of beauty, let's take it back to Mad Max and Moeller.
All right, folks, the next match of the evening has nothing to do with BattleBox.
Or does it? Because it is for the heavyweight title, and the winner of this match will take on the winner of BattleBox.
You're right, Max, you're right. But it's Action Jackson versus Jared Steele.
No, it's the Big Booyah versus the Steel Plate.
You're right, but Action Jackson is a veteran. He's been around for so long, and he's no stranger to facing the TLP.
You're right, but Lance Romance will be ringside for this match. I guarantee.
You can guarantee all you want, but the thing about it is that Action is hungry. Action wants this belt. You don't understand how much it means to him.
You know, one man, he can have as much want and need for something as it doesn't matter. He's got to fight the TLP, and the TLP runs in a pack.
I've got a feeling the XCW and the power behind XCW and the feeling of XCW is way stronger than anything the TLP can do.
Are we up for another wager?
Max, I'm not doing this again. This time, if we're doing it, I'm taking your house.
Well, we ain't playing dice this time, Mole. I've got a guarantee on this one. I have some inside information. So let's send it back to Matt Avery and MySpace.com's very own Face Puncher 1310. That's Face Puncher 1310.
Max, have you seen that? What a mama's boy.
Now that was uncalled for. Like I've said all night, all they've done is pick on me. This isn't right. What is wrong with these people?
Just calling them like they see them, I guess. Speaking of people that I don't particularly like, here's one coming out right now. There's his music.
The one and only Action Jackson. As we get set for an XCW World Heavyweight Championship match, as Action Jackson gets a shot at the champion, Jared Steele. Certainly no love lost between these two, as they have just been at each other's throats for the longest time here at XCW.
You know, I used to like Action Jackson when I was a little kid, you know, and wanted to dance in the ring and stuff with AJ, but I got to be honest with you. This guy has whined and moaned and complained and cried about getting this title shot, earning this title shot, how the man's trying to keep him down. Well, you know what? He got his shot now, and it's against the guy holding the prize, the biggest prize in wrestling today, the XCW Heavyweight Championship, held by this man, Jared Steele.
Well, some may say that Action Jackson has been pleading his case because every time he's had a shot at the XCW title, the True Life players have been out to basically screw him over. Just like I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I cannot be objective during this match. I cannot stand Lance Romance for damn sure. And the fact that Jared Steele is the XCW World Champion makes me sick.
You know, jealousy is not a pretty sight, okay? And I'm having to sit here and look at it. But let me tell you something. It's okay. It's okay to be jealous. It's okay to wish that you could walk in the shoes of a guy like Jared Steele. But there he is. That's the man that's at the top of the mountain here at XCW. And there he is, accompanied by the greatest mind in wrestling and the captain, Lance Romance.
Be that as it may, Jared Steele and Action Jackson are set to go one-on-one in this match. But with Lance Romance outside the ring, this might as well be a handicap match.
Are you saying that Action Jackson is a handicap wrestler?
No, I'm saying that Lance Romance will probably try to interfere in this match because he knows that Jared Steele probably can't beat Action Jackson on his own.
Oh, please. Jared Steele's beat everybody he's faced all across the country, been around the world. Action Jackson, yeah, a tough competitor. These guys no strangers to each other. They fought many times, and more times than not, your champion, your XCW champion, Jared Steele's come out on top.
Action Jackson trying to get this crowd behind him to start the match off. Oh, Jared Steele trying to get some love for this crowd, but not getting any.
You know what I like about Action Jackson? He wears his own merchandise in the ring. It's like, in case you're wondering, I'm Action Jackson. I guess nobody else would buy those shirts.
AJ trying to go for a shot there on Jared Steele, but Jared reversing. Uh-oh, but Action Jackson reverses Jared and hits him with some right hands of his own. Jared coming out of that corner, and Action Jackson sends him right back into it.
AJ displaying some of that scientific skill he possesses by pummeling Jared Steele in the corner. Oh.
Jared Steele thrown to the outside. Out in no man's land.
Ooh.
Body slammed on that hard concrete floor. Now Action Jackson going into the stands.
What in the world? This is a guy 330 pounds. Look at this. Oh my God.
And he paid for it right there. Action Jackson tried to come crashing down on Jared Steele, but Jared rolled out of the way just in time. And now Jared Steele is back in control of this match.
If he'd landed on Jared Steele, you'd have to get a mop to get him up off the ground. You see, AJ's desperate. AJ realizes that his window of opportunity may be passing him here. This may be his last shot. Because you know what? That's the thing about XCW. You lose here, you go back to the bottom of the barrel, and everybody's trying to get on top in XCW.
Jared Steele raking Action Jackson's eyes across those ropes. Like he's trying to blind him. Now Jared clotheslining Action Jackson over the top rope.
He knocked the do-rag off. He knocked the do-rag off.
And a DDT on the hard concrete floor. Action Jackson looks like he's out of it. This match could be over quicker than we thought. Now Lance Romance throwing a chair on top of Action Jackson. Like I said, this might as well be a 2-on-1 handicap.
No, he's giving him a chair to help him get up off the ground. This Lance showing some good sportsmanship. You asked about the player's sportsmanship. There you have it right there.
Doesn't look like too much sportsmanship to me.
He's letting him sit down. See, that's awfully nice of him.
No, he's setting him up. Look at this. Lance Romance on the ring apron.
The player taking a big puff. Oh, God, he went for a senton and missed.
That's what he gets for trying to get involved in this match. We see it on the replay.
Rough landing for the captain.
Action Jackson throws Jared Steele into those chairs outside the ring.
Title is on the line here. You know what? That's the thing about XCW. You win this match, and then you got to face the guy that comes out on top in the steel cage later.
Not a very big reward for winning this match. Sure, you win the title, but you got to face the winner of the cage match, as you mentioned. Now Jared Steele going to work on Action Jackson's left leg. That could take out a lot of Action Jackson's offense right there if he takes the leg out from under him.
You can see there where they've had to make repairs to the ring after the barbed wire match. Oh, my.
Jared Steele trying to wear that leg out, trying to immobilize Action Jackson, as it were.
You take the legs out, the
Romance.
What?
Giving Jarrett Steele, and you don't see him grabbing his feet.
I had something in my eye, I guess. I missed that one.
Oh, you had something in your eye. Likely story. Oh, Jarrett Steele looked like he tried to go for a sharpshooter, but Action Jackson pushed him off. Now AJ going to work on Jarrett Steele in the corner. But Jarrett takes him back down. Cover 1, 2, only a 2 count.
The aging Rick Manning not able to get down and make it count quick enough.
Are you saying Rick Manning's old?
Let's take a look. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
Oh, good point. Now, once again, Jarrett Steele trying to take Action Jackson's leg, and that is the same left leg he tried to take out earlier. Very smart, strategic wrestling on the part of Jarrett Steele.
Well, Jarrett Steele, one of the smartest guys in the business, he realizes Action Jackson's got a strength advantage, height advantage. You know what? They're flat on his back. The ref needs to get him out of his eyes there.
Action Jackson trying, he gets out of it with the rake of Jarrett Steele's eyes. And I guess you'd expect that from the TOP, but it looks like AJ giving Jarrett Steele a taste of his own medicine right there. Oh, come on! Cheap shot by Lance Romance as he throws the steel chair at Action Jackson, and now he's trying to choke the life out of him.
Well, you know, he figures if the referee won't do his job, he's going to stand up for his man out there.
Hello. That's the third member into the Vienna's Boy Crier tonight.
Are you comparing him to a Vienna?
Jarrett Steele going to work on the lower back, it looks like, on Action Jackson. Oh, trying to slam him to that post, but Action Jackson fighting back. Oh, Lance Romance threw the chair at AJ, but AJ caught it.
Oh, my gosh. That chair right there, it's been around since World War II, back when they made them out of steel.
I thought it's been around longer than World War II. But be that as it may, AJ rolls Jarrett Steele back into the ring. Jarrett Steele down and out. Now Action Jackson just standing on top of Jarrett Steele. Trying to take his wind out. Jarrett Steele out on the ring apron. Action Jackson. Uh-oh, what's he going for here? Oh, knocks Jarrett Steele off the ring apron onto the hard concrete floor.
And into the first row.
Almost took out the security. Action Jackson pummeling away at Jarrett Steele.
Security, I've never seen so many guys look like Elmer Fudd in my life.
Now you're picking on the security. First you pick on Jack Drastic, you pick on me, you pick on these fans, now you're picking on the security. Meanwhile,
Make the call, Matt Shannon. 2 count.
Meanwhile, Action Jackson only got a 2 count.
Fast count by Rick Manning.
Now earlier you're picking on Rick Manning for being a slow count. Action Jackson taking Jarrett Steele down to his knees with that hard right hand. Now AJ going up top. Oh, but Jarrett Steele takes him down with a drop kick, and both men are down and they are out.
AJ feeling a little bit like a cruiserweight tonight.
Oh, Jarrett Steele first to get up, going for a cover. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Both men very slow to get up, as they have just been going at it back and forth in this match, taking each other out. And now Jarrett Steele on top. Oh, but AJ caught him. Big booyah, that can do it. 1, 2, and look at that. That's what I'm talking about. What? This being like I said, this might as well be a 2-on-1 handicap match as Lance Romance gets Action Jackson off of Jarrett Steele.
Get him off there. He was saying, hey, good move. He's showing that sportsmanship you were asking about earlier.
Action Jackson could have had this match won. He goes for another big booyah. 1, 2, but this time Jarrett gets the foot on the ropes. He was Too close to the ropes there. Now AJ dragging him to the middle of the ring.
What in the world?
Hey, what on earth?
Oh, this may go down as oh my God. Action Jackson going for a big senton from the top.
But Jarrett Steele rolled out of the way just in time, and all Action Jackson got was canvas. And now Jarrett Steele dragging Action Jackson out into the middle of the ring.
Like he's setting him up.
Jarrett Steele setting Action Jackson up. He's got him in the sharpshooter. This could do it right here.
He's tapping out. He's tapping out.
I don't see him tapping
He's tapping.
out.
He's tapping.
I don't. Wait a second. What on earth? What is this guy doing here, and who is he?
Oh, I believe that's, oh my gosh. He just took out Jarrett Steele, though.
He took out Jarrett Steele now.
But now he's helping up Action Jackson. Give me a break.
Wait a second.
Oh!
Whoever this man is.
That's, you know who that is? That's Kevin Payne.
Oh my God, you're right. Kevin Payne, what is he doing here?
Well, it looks like he's sending a little message.
What are his intentions here in XCW? I've heard lots of great things about him.
Look at there. I believe he may be out, folks.
This could do it right here.
That's it.
Rick Manning calling for the bell because Jarrett Steele wins by a technical knockout.
By a knockout. You know, technically, that's a knockout. I couldn't answer the count. Action Jackson out cold. Check it out. You gotta like that.
Jarrett Steele still the XCW World Champion after that cheap shot by Kevin Payne.
That looked like I'm not sure what that was, but Action Jackson found himself right in the middle of ground zero. Jarrett's still not too happy about that clothesline.
Let me tell you something, Denton.
He's gonna have an aneurysm.
We destroyed Action Jackson. I don't know who the hell that was, but let me tell you, every one of you, thousands of people that's in up there, we're gonna hook it up. We're gonna get it on. And the only way we know is that
Lord, I think my ears are bleeding now. As if I didn't have enough reason to hate these guys.
Look, there's your XCW Heavyweight Champion.
Your XCW Heavyweight Champion.
That is your champion. Look at that. He's out there. He's a fan-friendly kind of guy. He's inviting these fans to come in the ring and
he's not.
Celebrate with him.
He's daring them to come on and fight him.
He said, buy him a piece of pie.
Jarrett Steele, still the XCW World Heavyweight Champion, thanks in large part, so to speak, to Kevin Payne.
Yeah, very large, about 310 pounds. I tell you what, though, Jarrett Steele may ought to watch his back because Kevin Payne served him and everybody in XCW noticed he's here. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Kevin Payne making his first appearance here at XCW at BattleBox. And hey, speaking of first times, this is my very first BattleBox.
And you know, since we're moving into the final, and since this is your first BattleBox, I got a treat for you and all these people watching. We're gonna take a look back at last year's final in the steel cage of death. Take a look at this.
Do we have a ladder left in the building?
I'm sure they'll come up with one or else pieces of one.
We said Eddie Atlas won the first match of the evening and leather strap match.
But as we saw in the ladder match, that is one formidable weapon. When it's in the hands of that man right there, Al Jackson. The odds-on favorite would have to be that man right there, Action Jackson. But the thing about XCW and BattleBox is you never know what's going to happen. Adam unconscious more than one time, but Adam refuses to back down. That's the one thing about this guy. There's no quitting. Look, he's still got the blood all over.
He's still a bloody mess, man. Bar match. Poor man. Let's see, Drunk Adams go after Eddie Atlas. Atlas with his forearm right to his shoulder blades and Drunk Adams Jackson going right after Al. Oh, drunk Adams ran right into the cage by Al Jackson.
And there you see the cage coming into play already. And Adams, you got to wonder how much gas he's got left in that tank.
He is a bloody mess.
AJ pounding on Al with the ladder.
Where's that was going? Oh, he got that barbed wire. He got that barbed wire just dug and drunk Adams again.
Al setting him up with a big power bomb.
Oh, he just drove drunk out through that table. It's over with. Drunk Adams, he's finished. He missed with the close. Oh, drunk Adams out the cage. Both feet. Oh, he's won the match.
Drunk Adams is your BattleBox 6 champion.
How the hell did he do it? Drunk Adams, like you said, he's the #1 contender for the XCW heavyweight title. My goodness, man, what? Absolutely not. My first Xbox. What? Hell, I can't even talk. BattleBox.
Look at this.
There he is with a fan. That's right. You're the #1 contender. Fans, till next time, we'll see you at ringside.
I told you Action Jackson wasn't going to win that match.
Whoop-de-doo, Max. You've won one, I've won two.
Whatever, Mole. It's time for the main event. It's time for the Steel Cage of Death.
That's right, the Steel Cage of Death. All 4 winners from previous 4 matches will enter the Cage of Death.
And with them, they'll be bringing the weapon from the match that they were previously in. And the winner is the #1 contender and BattleBox champion. But to do that, he's going to have to get out of the cage and put both feet on the ground.
That's right. Who do we have first up, Max?
It's Hugh Rogue. He's going to be bringing the barbed wire.
That's right. He's going to be bringing that barbed wire. And next up, we have the stripper man himself and a TLP member. Don't forget that. Brett Barnes bringing that ladder into the match.
Next up is Jack Drastic. He's bringing an 8-foot table. He's sliding into the cage. It will be set up and ready to be broken.
Don't forget the man himself, Red Dog, who just beat everyone's brains out with that kendo stick, and he'll be whooping some more tail, believe me.
Well, I think it's the best plan for Brett Barnes and Hugh Rogue to settle any differences they got and work together if they plan on walking out of that cage. At least one of them, anyway.
That's right, but we'll see what Dog and Jack do. I mean, these guys, they're XCW born and bred, but...
Well, it'll be down to whichever one wants the title the most, a BattleBox champion. But my pick for BattleBox, I'm going to have to go with the walking horror movie, Hugh Rogue. It's going to be easy street and a free ride for Hugh Rogue.
Speaking of free ride, you know who I saw? I saw Matt Shannon getting a ride from his mom. And as he got out of the car, he got a sack lunch.
That we are currently eating.
That's right. Hey, Matt, tell your mom, thanks for cutting the crust off. But, dude, olive loaf is disgusting.
This is what I got to put up with.
Welcome to the team. Now let's hit on with the main event, shall we?
Yes, please, let's. So we get ready for the big Steel Cage of Death, which will feature weapons from all 4 of the previous matches.
Who was that blind guy getting us ready for the main event?
Well, that would be none other than XCW ring announcer Blue. That is Red Dog, the winner of the kendo stick match earlier tonight.
You know, Red Dog's got the most rest. Red Dog probably had the easiest match, but I guarantee you this ain't gonna be an easy match for him. No way, because it's all on the line here. The winner of BattleBox becomes the #1 contender. They'll face Jared Steele for that XCW heavyweight title.
And something interesting to note was that Hugh Rogue was in that big barbed wire match, and that was the last match of the 4 matches. So Hugh Rogue, you could say, is at a distinct disadvantage here, as he hasn't had much rest. You know, Red Dog has had the most rest of the 4 guys.
Well, you know, you would think Red Dog would have an advantage here. Like I said, he took less wear and tear than anybody. He dominated his match. Everybody else that won they all suffered some pretty serious damage. They've had a chance to rest up a little bit, but the reality is this. The biggest prize of the sport is on the line right here, is a ticket to be a BattleBox champion, #1, which carries great honor and prestige. Secondly, you get a shot at that XCW title. These guys are all going to put the pain out of their mind and go forward.
And the winner of this match will get a shot at the XCW World Championship, currently now held by Jared Steele after his big victory over Action Jack.
Still held by Jared Steele. And as you can see, Matt Sharon, in this final, here in the steel cage, it's not just that, but everybody's going to bring something from their match. You see Red Dog with a kendo stick, there'll be a table, there'll be barbed wire, there'll be a ladder. It'll all be a part of this match.
And now Brett Barnes is going to be making his way to the ring, but a thief as he stole that ladder match.
He didn't steal it. He didn't steal it. Gemini didn't get his hands on it. He knocked it loose. Brett Barnes picked it up, and Brett Barnes is here.
Brett Barnes didn't even climb the ladder to get that briefcase, for crying out loud.
Have to. What was the bottom line? You had to capture that briefcase. Brett Barnes did. Brett Barnes is here in the final. Gemini's back to back, crying the blues.
Still think it should be Gemini in this match, not Brett Barnes. But be that as it may, Brett Barnes bringing that ladder into the cage. Certainly no love lost between Brett Barnes and Red Dog here at XCW.
Well, you know what you said earlier, no friends, and the reality is there's no friends in BattleBox, period. But here in the final, this is where it's all on the line here.
It's fourth shot at the XCW World Championship, still held by Jared Steele. We await the arrival of Jack Drastic, the winner of the tables match. Your favorite wrestler, by the way.
This is nobody's favorite wrestler, trust me.
Jack Drastic bringing that table to the ring. Now, in the tables match, if you'll recall, Scott McKenzie tried to steal one.
If you'll recall, Scott McKenzie won that match. The referee made the call, gave the match to McKenzie. Knight, though, apparently scouted out a little something earlier, had a surprise waiting for Lance Romance, and, you know, he is the boss. You don't cross the boss.
Be that as it may, Jack Drastic was the winner of that match. Now bringing the table into the cage of death. Now we just await the arrival of our last competitor, Hugh Rogue. And no telling what condition he'll be in after the beating he took in that barbed wire match.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what implement of barbed wire he's going to bring to the match.
We can see the Devil's Bunk Bed all over again. That is if they could build another one.
You know, the key to this match is once that cage door is locked, you got to be the guy that gets out the door, whatever it takes.
Well, let's see what implement of barbed wire Hugh Rogue brings out.
He brought Steve Moody.
Oh, he got the baseball bat with barbed wire. I don't think Steve Moody's much of a weapon.
He can wrap the barbed wire and swing him around. I'll tell you what, though, that kendo stick doesn't look so stout compared to that baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Well, that kendo stick doesn't have barbed wire like that baseball bat. You know,
I'm anxious to see this because, you know what? I've not seen that. I've seen Red Dog square off with Brett Barnes here in XCW. I've never seen Hugh Rogue and Red Dog cross paths. This should be really good here.
Here we go. As these four men await for this match to get started. Here we go. Who's going to take the first shot? Oh, it looks like Brett Barnes and Hugh Rogue forming some sort of alliance. And Red Dog and Jack Drastic forming an allegiance of their own.
You know what? Jack Drastic ought to ask his buddy Sid Murder about trusting Red Dog.
Well, here we go. Oh, as Hugh Rogue hits Jack Drastic with that barbed wire baseball bat.
I love it.
And Red Dog choking Brett Barnes with the kendo stick. Hugh Rogue, meanwhile, digging the barbed wire baseball back into Jack Drastic. I'm sure you love that.
I'm sorry, I'm speechless. This is great.
You know, I know this really doesn't have much to do with the match, but what on earth is up with Brett Barnes' hair?
Are you jealous of his hair, too? Yeah, I guess you would be.
You didn't see that little ponytail on the top? Bad look.
You know what? The ladies love it. And so whatever it takes, you know, if the ladies love it, you got to do it. Maybe that's something you should take up in your life. Try doing something the ladies like once in a while. Quit harassing Lance Romance.
Red Dog setting Brett Barnes up, trying to set him up for a powerbomb, but Brett Barnes holding on to that steel cage.
Good move by Brett Barnes.
Brett Barnes well aware.
Trying to climb over the top.
Oh, Brett Barnes trying to end this one early.
Uh-oh.
But Red Dog takes him down across. Like you mentioned earlier, no friends here. It's Red Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Then he tried to spear Brett Barnes, but ate the cage.
Brett Barnes smart. Oh, Hero fakes out Barnes. Fakes out Drastic and lays it in. Oh, yeah. Hit him again. Maybe Candy will come out.
Meanwhile, Brett Barnes knocking Red Dog out in the head with that ladder.
I'm telling you what, ain't nobody impressed with Red Dog that's in here right now because it's all on the line. Red Dog, yeah, man, you've been all around the world. I'm sure these guys have respect for you, but they're not going to roll over for you. You're going to have to earn it if you're going to win BattleBox.
Brett Barnes certainly taking the fight to Red Dog. Meanwhile, Hugh Rogue takes Jack Drastic down with a pile driver. Now Brett Barnes going up top. He's got the ladder. This can only mean bad things for Red Dog.
Hey, I've seen this ride at Six Flags. Oh! You know, Disneyland ought to put that one in. Check it out. Boom!
I'm surprised they'd let Brett Barnes on that ride, seeing about he's as tall as a midget.
He's taller than you.
He is not. Brett Barnes now digging that barbed wire bat into the skull of Red Dog. Meanwhile, Jack Drastic hits Hugh Rogue over the head with the kendo stick. This match very hard to keep up with. Now Jack Drastic just waylaying into, but Brett Barnes trips him up. Now Barnes has the kendo stick.
Little payback time, come on. Come on, Bam Bam.
Brett Barnes measured Red Dog and got him right across the head.
You're going to hit him harder than that, though.
Hits him a second time, and Red Dog goes down. Now across the back of Jack Drastic. As we see a piece of that kendo stick go flying around.
Rogue with a big DDT on Red Dog.
And now Brett Barnes trying to win this match early, trying to escape the cage, but Hugh Rogue not letting him, no. Thank God he didn't, thank God we didn't see the full moon that time. I almost went blind again.
Protest too much.
Hugh Rogue setting that ladder on top of the turnbuckles.
Hugh Rogue still got thumbtacks in him from the last match. You gotta love it.
And Hugh Rogue slamming Jack Drastic face first into the ladder. I'm sure you love that.
I can't get over how much work they had to do on the ring just so they could use it. Look what happened in that barbed wire match.
Now Red Dog. Oh, but Brett Barnes has Red Dog in a sleeper. Red Dog trying to fight out of it. Meanwhile, Hugh Rogue and Jack Drastic exchanging lefts and rights.
You don't want to exchange blows with Hugh Rogue.
Certainly don't.
You can't hurt the guy, I'm telling you.
And Hugh Rogue getting the better of Jack Drastic after that exchange.
Oh, that's why he calls it horror Cory. He's kind of like Freddy and Michael Myers, because he just keeps getting up. You think he's down, he just sits up again. Oh.
Right across the midsection. Hugh Rogue, he's just hitting anything that moves. Oh, but Jack Drastic back up and takes Hugh Rogue down with the drop kick. And now Red Dog pummeling away at hardcore Hugh Rogue. Pummeling away with stiff right hands. Jack Drastic,
he wants to get out. He's had enough.
But Brett Barnes won't let him get out. Brett Barnes pounds away on Jack Drastic with those right hands. But Red Dog taking Barnes up and over. Oh, overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Tried to slam him into the table. Didn't quite get all of it, though.
He broke the end of the table. Oh, good Lord. Do you have any idea what it takes to break just the end like that? Barnes would have a broken leg after that.
But Drastic has that ladder set up on Hugh Rogue. Drop kicks the ladder right in the face of Hugh Rogue. That could open up old wounds from the barbed wire match earlier. This match just getting out of hand.
Cameraman got wiped out there just a minute ago.
Almost losing track of this match. Jack Drastic dragging Hugh Rogue to the middle of the ring. Now he's climbing the ladder. What's he setting up for here?
Setting up for a big fall, hopefully.
Oh, I'm sure you would love that.
Fall off, Drastic, fall off.
Jack Drastic climbing to the top of the ladder. Hugh Rogue is still down and out.
Oh.
Looked like he got him with a knee drop. Meanwhile, Red Dog takes Brett Barnes out with a big power bomb.
The Dog's right there by the door.
Dog could escape the cage very easily if they just opened the door. Now Drastic helping Red Dog up. Looks like Drastic's asking Red Dog for a little double team action on Brett Barnes.
Drastic making a mistake, though, turning his back on Red Dog.
You would think he would have learned from that kendo stick match when Red Dog just went to work on everybody. A Red Dog, big power slam on Brett Barnes.
Barnes has got to be about done.
Hugh Rogue finally back up. This crowd doesn't like Steve Moody too much. Needless to say, Jack Drastic throws that barbed wire baseball back across the back of Hugh Rogue. Red Dog's got, and Brett Barnes are against the ropes. Barnes sending Red Dog into the ropes, but Red Dog takes him down with a big shoulder tackle.
Well, these guys, Red Dog looks like he and Drastic look like they got the most gas left in the tank.
Well, of course, because Red Dog was in the first match, and Drastic.
And Drastic.
The table. This match is so all over the place, so exciting that I'm speechless. Oh no! I'm going blind again.
Full moon. The Dog howling at the moon.
Red Dog sent it to the ropes.
Oh!
Big clothesline by Hugh Rogue.
That's how you throw a clothesline, boys and girls. Right there.
Now
taking notes at home.
Drastic taken down by a big huge clothesline by Hugh Rogue. Now Hugh Rogue sends Drastic up in the middle of the ring while Brett Barnes climbs to the top.
Go for the 450.
He's calling for it.
No, just an elbow drop. He's going to give the fans what they want. The fans were wanting it.
Now Brett Barnes and Hugh Rogue working together to take out Red Dog and Jack Drastic.
I'm glad they can come together on such a worthwhile project.
Oh, Jack Drastic tried to take Brett Barnes open over.
Oh, sliced bread!
He hit it. Drastic's out of it. But Brett Barnes is slow to get back up to his feet.
Looks like Hugh Rogue can get out if he wants to. Whoa, Hugh Rogue and Jared Steele, that'd be, wait a minute.
Oh, Brett Barnes getting Hero back into the ring. Hey, what an interesting match that would be. Brett Barnes versus Jared Steele, two TLP members going at it.
Brett Barnes, former champion himself.
Oh, Jack Drastic and Red Dog dragging Brett Barnes back into the cage. Red Dog with huge knee to the midsection of Brett Barnes. Picking him up. What a brain buster by Red Dog. Brett Barnes will be feeling that in the morning.
Rogue out in the corner. Barnes down. What's Red Dog doing? He could be getting out the door right now.
One's got to be wondering what Red Dog's thinking, not trying to escape the cage. Well, he is out of it in his defense. Drastic and Red Dog both slow to get to their feet. Now Red Dog trying to escape the cage. But Drastic
has a hold of it.
It's Drastic now dragging Red Dog back into the cage.
So much for that alliance.
There are no friends at BattleBox. As a shot at the XCW World Championship is on the line. Now we got Brett Barnes taking Hugh Rogue down and out with the DDT. And we got Red Dog and Jack Drastic going to work on each other.
Go Red Dog.
Red Dog takes.
Something I never thought I'd say.
Oh, Brett Barnes. Is he going for the 450? Oh, he got it.
Oh, he got it big time.
Here we see it on the replay.
Oh, man.
I think I saw a scoop of ice cream barf out of Hugh Rogue's mouth there after that 450.
You know, it's going to be the first guy who's able to get to his feet. He's going to have a clear shot to get out.
That's if anybody can get it. Well, Red Dog's up. Drastic's back up. Brett Barnes takes Red Dog down. Well, meanwhile, Jack Drastic was stomping away on Hugh Rogue. Red Barnes choking Red Dog with the boot. Now Jack Drastic setting the table up. Brett Barnes continuing to go to work on Red Dog, continuing to choke away with him with his boot. Hugh Rogue trying to get up. Drastic takes him down with a snapmare.
These guys just looking to inflict some punishment right now.
That's what Brett Barnes is doing to Red Dog.
Oh, that table's in bad shape.
Jack Drastic wants to put somebody through that table, no doubt.
Olympic slam there on Brett Barnes.
All three men look to be easy pickets for Jack Drastic at this point. Drastic slamming Hugh Rogue face first to the table. He's setting Hugh on top of it. Red Dog shouting some instructions to Jack Drastic.
Oh, like a 3D.
Through the table. Brett Barnes crashing on top of Hugh Rogue. Here, we'll see it again on the replay.
Oh, wow.
And all four men are down and out. At this point, it's like you said, the first one to get to his feet could very well win this match.
Everything on the line here. #1 contendership for the XCW Heavyweight Championship. And a title shot coming up. But you got to get out the door. I don't think anybody's going to be crawling over the top. You're going to have to get out the door.
Drastic and Hugh Rogue are the first two up to their feet. Drastic helping Red Dog up. Let's see. Red Dog taking Hugh Rogue and Brett Barnes both out with a double clothesline, courtesy of Jack Drastic helping him out.
Look at Drastic. The dummy can get out now.
Hey, wait a second. Red Dog
telling him to leave.
Looks like Red Dog passing the torch, as it were, telling Jack Drastic to go ahead and escape the cage.
You gotta be, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, good
There
grief.
you got it. Red Dog passing the torch, as it were, to Jack Drastic. And it will be Jack Drastic getting a shot at the XCW World Heavyweight Championship held by Jared Steele. We see it on the replay, Red Dog taking Hugh Rogue and Brett Barnes out with the double clothesline. And then Red Dog telling Jack Drastic to go ahead and leave the cage and get his shot at the XCW title.
So he got it handed to him. Knight handed him the victory in the tables match. Red Dog handed him the victory in the cage. But you know what? Jared Steele is not going to hand this guy anything. He's going to have to earn it if he wants to be the XCW Heavyweight Champion.
Jack Drastic, the big winner here at BattleBox 7. Now he gets a shot at the XCW World Heavyweight Championship, still held by Jared Steele, by the way.
Well, you know, Jack Drastic should be going out and buying presents for Knight and for Red Dog because they gave him, he handed him this BattleBox Championship. But I promise you this, I can promise you this, there ain't no way Jared Steele's going to roll over and hand Jack Drastic anything. He's got his hands full taking him on.
You see it your way, I see it my way.
I see it the correct way.
Jared Steele will have his hands full as well, going up against the likes of Jack Drastic. I can guarantee you Jack Drastic will take it to him and possibly become the new XCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I guarantee you that ain't gonna happen. Jared Steele, Jack Drastic, you know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna give him credit. He's kissed the right behinds, he has the right people helping him, and he got his chance. But that ain't gonna help him against a guy like Jared Steele. Jared Steele will beat Jack Drastic. He will remain the XCW Heavyweight Champion, and you can take that to the bank.
Well, be that as it may, this has been my very first BattleBox, and a very good one at that. I'm Matt Shannon.
And I'm Matt Avery, and this show has been brought to you by Be That As It May. We'll see you next time.